dragon we're dealing with. Then off they go. And because it is indeed revealed, we're gonna have the same start.
Alright, so we're going with Quickman. Prodigy going with the classic blue bomber suit. Casual Tom, I believe this is his personal sprite that he's using. So it's pretty much Casual Tom himself going against Mega Man in this second round, in this second race here. Right now, both our runners going stride for stride, and Quickman stays in the early goings.
Indeed, Casual Tom is definitely looking like himself. So for those who don't know, Casual Tom and Charlie Boy, last year's finalists, Charlie Boy ultimately winning last year, had custom sprites made as they were in grand finals. So right now, as you all can see, this is going to be pretty cut and dry, and they are keeping up neck and neck. Even the sinking is pretty good.
Yeah, both our runners are really neck and neck. The sync is completely real. Both of these runners are about to go to the Quickman boss room almost at the same time. Oh yeah, they're definitely going to be in there around the same time.
And oh, a little bit of a misstep, meaning Prodigy will be getting the early going, getting in first.
Yeah, we got ourselves a vanilla Quickman siding in his own room. Also with his vanilla damage values as he is stall fleet to the Buster. So this stage winds up being a non-issue for both our runners. And no items so far, so we're going to be still having to dig just a little bit more before we actually find which items are where.
The big thing here is that zips are indeed allowed, meaning all of our utility items, items 1, 2, and 3, are going to be super important now.
At least our fan fiends aren't Buster immune this time, but the start of Flash being a little bit of a troll, having situations where you can't even destroy some enemies, and our fan fiends being pretty durable. Pretty much.
Hold on, I heard the wall weakness on Buster.
I didn't see it. You might be right though. It's very easy to get lost in the action where all of these shenanigans are going on. And I think I just saw, yep, Buster immune big old frogs. That's something to keep in mind if they come back.
Lag Fabians are immune to the Buster, so that's a thing. Now, if Casual Tom can get through, he has a clear shot at getting actually not only the E, but he'll also be able to, oh, Chain Maker, you got it. As long as he can get through, he can actually just bypass this whole section here. He doesn't even have to double back. Oh, interesting. He does double back. Maybe he wasn't paying attention.
Well, Prodigy also double backed as well, so you might have been off about the Buster being the wall weakness. It probably wasn't, and that's the only reason why they would turn back, because if they were, they definitely would have had a straight shot for the wall.
And Casual Tom gets the early going here. He's ahead currently of Robot Master, but oh, Prodigy a little bit slower on the uptake and has to take a sloppier fight. So item 3.
Item 3 found the lesser of the items that we would like to have, but definitely still usable for potential gems in the future. We're gonna see where this leads as both our runners opt to go to Bubble Man, the usual spot for our third Robot Masters. This time Casual Tom being a little more prudent since we saw a bird last time. Last time the bird took away one of those platforms and had to do a little bit of tight recovery in order to keep going. Prodigy doing the same thing, making sure the bird doesn't interfere with the jumping and get rid of one of the platforms. And both our runners are underwater where the zips begin.
Indeed, we went from Orange Cream Falls into Blueberry Lake. And this is going to be our first of many skips. And Casual Tom is setting up the zipless version of the skip. Now, all you gotta do is do an A zip and bam, right there.
Prodigy is able to succeed as well. Both our runners getting the bubble zip successfully. Casual Tom with the slight advantage, but Prodigy still right on his heels. The birds and the remaining enemies not making this easy for our runners though.
Birds are definitely not. Oh, squirm makers are actually immune to the Buster.
Wisely using the crash bombs, which is actually spammable in this case. They're usually non-spammable vanilla, thank you Randomizer. But yeah, thanks to some of those mishaps, Prodigy keeps creeping up closer and closer to Casual Tom as we get a Flashman sighting in Bubble Man's room.
Switching to the Buster, and once again, oh, stopped.
Both our runners getting stopped by Flash. But both our runners also getting their payback for that Flash, taking them out very quickly. Did we get another item? No, we don't. The
nope.
4 items 1 and 2, which are probably the 2 most important items, they still need to continue. And both our runners, they're gonna be a little interesting. Both our runners realizing they have item 3, they're going straight to Woodman stage, where probably one of the most interesting looking skips are probably going to be attended by both our runners.
Oh, good wood. Now, that's a zip that to be the elite, that's kind of a must.
I'm very confident Prodigy should be able to do good wood. Casual Tom, usually not his forte, but he's definitely been adding more and more zips to his repertoire, and he definitely would not be able to get this far if he hadn't been training hard to do these zips. So we're gonna see how both our runners handle them as both our runners take out our 3 doggos, and Casual Tom decides to... Is he gonna keep going? He's gonna keep going! So Prodigy, if he gets this zip and does it correctly, he will gain an advantage on Casual Tom. But there's a situation where you can live by the zip and die by the zip. If Prodigy messes up this zip at any given point, the advantage winds up returning back to Casual Tom's.
Yeah, and this is a very tricky skip here. Right now, he'll have a couple screens on Tom, but Tom's execution is decent enough to not lose a whole lot of time here. Oh, and because it wasn't, and because of the slowdown over there, Casual Tom is gonna get a couple seconds back for not doing good wood.
So we got a vanilla Woodman sighted in his own room. A little bit sturdier than most would. Taking 2 shots to the Buster. We're gonna see Casual Tom's gonna search for a weakness and try to catch that time back. Unfortunately, the heat gamble winds up failing. It winds up losing a little bit of time for the weakness search, but he goes right back to the Buster and takes out Woodman in that fashion. And it looks like no items. And then oh boy!
Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Prodigy just died and Casual Tom is right here.
But Casual Tom does not know what Prodigy just realized. Casual Tom might take that same death if he's not careful.
Oh, yeah.
He grabs in air. This is one of the worst enemies to see in this stage, and both our runners fell victim to that death.
Surprisingly enough, though, Casual Tom wised up and used Flash Time Stopper here. So this is Prodigy got a little bit of a break on that one, because if Casual Tom was a little bit more careful, that would have definitely been a lead change right there.
Yeah, but unfortunately, since both took the same death, the situation still remains unchanged, and Prodigy does still have a leg up on Casual Tom.
About half a screen right now. Ooh, we get a little bit of an 8-bit enhanced version of Flashman stage.
Prodigy wisely turn around to make sure our birds spawn to the left as opposed to the right, so we can have enough parts on the screen for the birds not to constantly respawn. Casual Tom still struggling a little bit with all these birds in our fan fiends as Prodigy winds up seeing Heatman in Airman's room.
And Heatman is he is weak to the buster, and he's a fast boy.
Yep, our rapid fire, he's thankfully not only fast to reform, fast to die thanks to that soft buster weakness. So this should be a fairly quick fight for both our runners. And yet again, still no items. Items 1 and Item 2 are still MIA, and Prodigy is now forced to go to metal without Item 1, regardless of his randomized attribute. If Item 1 was available, this could have been a very significant zip they could have had at their arsenal, but both our runners, now that Casual Tom has also decided to go to metal, they will not have it, nor Item 2 to potentially skip part of the final portions of metal.
And right now, with that in order, we are guaranteed one of our items is in a whammy level. And for those who don't know about the whammy levels, let me explain to you what a whammy level is. A whammy level is a level where you do not have a particular utility and you're going to have to take it the long way. Right now, Item 3 is good for a particular zip in Heatman's level, but unfortunately though, only Heatman so far. It does speed up the Ascent and Crashman, but right now, these runners are preferably looking for an Item 1.
Alright, so once again, Prodigy with the same slight advantage, Casual Tom not too far behind. And once again, since we don't have Item 2 to fly over these areas, they're going to have to deal with the enemies that are in this stage. But for right now, it looks like it's not too bad. Sniper Joes are annoying. Our Flyboys, our Prop Tops, they're not as durable, so 3 shots to kill with the Buster. So in spite of not having Item 2, this is a fairly tame metal stage where this area could have been definitely much more deadly if it had specific enemies.
Yeah, if the Fan Fiends were still around, yeah, that would have definitely been a thing, but let's see what's in Metal Man's door. Can we get a Fred here? Can we get a Duckfist here?
We have been seeing quite a lot of vanilla in this seed. But regardless of the matter, we do have a Metal Man siding in his own room. Pretty durable to the Buster, but Prodigy is able to take him out pretty smoothly enough. Casual Tom needs to be just as quick on the trigger finger in order to keep Tom on him, and that is an Item 2 found in Metal Man stage. So yep, going straight to heat. Item 3 and Item 2 is enough to make this stage very, very tolerable. So of course, Prodigy and yep, Casual Tom pretty much gonna be going strike for strike for the remainder of the game up until our Wily stages.
Yeah, right now though, Prodigy did take a little bit of a longer fight against Metal Man, so Casual got some more time back, and Casual Tom is a mistake by Prodigy now means that Casual Tom takes lead, and look at how clean. Oh, that is vicious. And Casual Tom is right there.
Prodigy with a minor error using Item 2. Casual Tom makes a similar mistake. Casual Tom just missing opportunities to catch up on Prodigy here.
And Prodigy's not getting any luck with that zip. He gets it now, but wow, this is gonna be rather rough because Tom lost a little bit of time here instead of taking the gamble. Oh, he's gotta reset that. Oh, Casual Tom lost some time there.
Yeah, Casual Tom is bleeding a lot of time, taking the time to take out the Chanky Makers to make sure that Item 3 zip was much safer and much cleaner, giving Prodigy even more of an edge right now. So Prodigy, as a result of Tom's prudence, being a little more prudent than necessary, extending his lead as we get a Crashman sighting in Heatman's room. I was about to say it was the dumb Crash, but he's not 100% dumb. He's still definitely taking his time strolling across the boss room, but he is actually making some attempts to fight.
Yeah, that was definitely a slower Crash. If Casual Tom can actually get a cleaner, Item 1 is Axel. This is gonna be a little bit of an interesting play here. with that, no item 1. Item 1's on Crash.
Alright, so they're gonna have to zip. They're gonna have to do the Buster only version of the zip. We're gonna see if one of them goes for it, and Prodigy is not going for that zip. We're gonna see if Casual Tom is able to go for it. If he goes for it, this is a significant time gain for Casual Tom if he makes it and becomes successful.
He's not chancing it. Wait a minute.
He's going for it, but it looks like he's going for it, but the bat and the cloud is making this much harder. It might be a case where trying to zip now actually won't catch him up all that much.
He's in there.
And is able to get through. That is one of the enemy situations where getting that zip could have been really, really rough. Casual Tom able to recover and is able to get this zip, but the setup probably took much longer than it would if he actually got on the first try with no issues. So Prodigy probably still kept his lead with really no change in deficit.
He lost some time. Casual Tom gained some ground. Not a whole lot of time, but he gained some ground. The ascent's gonna be a little bit harder on Tom, but Prodigy does not have any room to make any more mistakes now. This is not Prodigy's to be screwing up with.
Prodigy skillfully using those item 3. A minor miss, but not too serious. Just continue to climb, continue to use item 3, and you got yourself a good situation here. Casual Tom decided to take the left side, probably gonna want to get that E-Tank that's on the side, but it's still a slower route than trying to use item 3 like Prodigy has done. So Casual Tom is once again gonna bleed a little bit more time for the fact to try to get some extra safeties.
But we've seen E-Tanks actually make or break a runner. Ooh.
That is a vanilla metal just ripping through Bubble Man's body. As we already deduced, item 1 finally gets found, and one more time we get ourselves a pure 100% Wally sighting, thanks to the fact that we have no no random sprites.
Yeah, the best eyebrows know the land, and we will have a different Skull Fortress, but Prodigy's gonna have a very interesting thing to go with. But again, it's Dragon time. We now only get color and weapon, so with that being the case, I'm gonna go with my Casual Tom bleeding another 3 seconds on password, so we're gonna go with a Sunburst, orange, red, highlights of gray, and I want a heat this time.
About to say color, but then I saw the unfortunate situation where we got a Fan Fiend just pretty much negating any kind of chance of using item 2 to zip through the rest of this first portion of Wally 1. But regardless, back to our color and weakness guessing game. I'm gonna guess a reddish dragon, and the weakness is going to be Leaf Shield.
You win this Leaf Shield second pick.
I didn't pick Leaf Shield the first time. I picked Buster the first time. Come on, come on, Sinister. Oh,
I
wait,
said second. I said second pick, not first.
Oh, you know, never mind.
I got you.
Well, we do get the news that item 1 was actually pretty decent. This definitely might have been a zippable item 1, but of course, since we found it so late, a lot of the zips that probably could have been used, it pretty much null and voided, unless they tried to go for it in later areas of the Wally stages. But for right now, we're about to have ourselves a dragon sighting. Did your color get picked? Did your weakness get found? We're about to find out in a few moments.
Indeed. Here we go. And that is... Wow. That is... Neon. Actually, no, that's Nightcore Dragon. That's Nightcore colors. And now we to the Buster. Oh, air's bad.
Yeah, that is not a good air to have. Hopefully, it's not the weakness. Well, Quick Boomerang is a vanilla weakness and probably one of the best ones to find. So Prodigy winds up tearing through the dragon, and now he's the first one to go into Wily 2.
Indeed. So that being the case, we're now going to go into Prodigy's second stage. So Casual Tom not too far behind. If he can find a decent weapon fast enough, he'll keep up. And finds the Metal Blades. Wow, he was right on the right weapon. Who would have guessed? That saved him some time.
Didn't have to worry about the searching that Prodigy did. Every second counts in this regard. While Casual Tom's tournament life isn't at stake, you still don't want to be sent to the losers, where it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, if Casual Tom goes to losers, he may, depending on the results of the race tomorrow, whoever he faces, it's gonna be one of Casual Tom's demons, because Casual Tom has had some unfavorable races against both Creed and Charlie Boy. So he does not need to be going down there just yet.
Alright, so we got Prodigy about to head up against our Picos. Fortunately, the Inviso Pico is out of the question since enemy sprites are off, but he's still gonna have to search for a potential weakness. He's gonna hope that Buster is one of those weaknesses. Alright, it ain't it, so we're digging.
Yeah, the dig is in. Quick Boomerang again. Ooh, Wily must not have liked Australia, because this is the second boss in a row that is weak to them boomerangs.
There are two other weaknesses that can't be found in this fight, but the Quick Boomerang looks like it's definitely probably the way to go. Depending to how many shots you don't even find Metal. But Metal's also. But Metal also might be looking like he's taking much more shots. It's a toss-up to which one's better in this regard, but to the Metal Blade's advantage, you do have the multi-direction firing.
Indeed, the 8-way firing is a thing. And right now, Prodigy's gonna go and see if Wily's pipes is clean, and again, Grandma's safety sludge.
Casual Tom taking out the Pico units. Once again, right on Prodigy's heels. About to go into Wily 3 himself and go to the gruel liquid that Prodigy is diving in right now.
Indeed. Oh, I didn't even realize it is gruel looking. Ugh. So right now, Casual Tom is not as far back as Prodigy as he was last time. So Prodigy does not have to sit again. Prodigy's a mistake away from blowing a lead, so let's see what Prodigy brings to the Dozer.
The Dozer should not be an issue. The only issue it could be for the hunt, but the hunt for the weakness may be trivial in this regard. Well, at least we know it's not Buster, so the hunt begins. And it didn't need to hunt that much. He finds air very quickly and just mashes air through his gut-sized mouth. You can see Casual Tom can find at least air fast enough. There is one other weakness, but if you want to be fast, you definitely want him to find air as soon as possible.
Yeah, and right now, Prodigy's at the Great Equalizer. This is big, because he's gonna need to do some really good soul searching. And Casual Tom found air, and ooh, fast smash, about the same. So. Currently right now, Prodigy's just in the scent up.
Prodigy put himself in prime position for the vertical wrap 4, Item 3 and Wily 4. Does this successfully. Once again, gain more and more advantage on Casual Tom. I don't think Casual Tom does that zip. If he does, it will put him even on Prodigy. If it doesn't, he will lose time. And Prodigy being a little careless on the movement, once again giving Tom yet another means to catch up, but it's still not while it's a death, is not that costly because it only just sends them a few screens back.
Ooh, Prodigy kind of lucked out there because had Casual Tom zipped, that could have been a much closer death than he would have liked to realize.
Alright, Prodigy's still not out of the woods yet. As you saw, he did make a nasty follow-up in this current screen. If he mistimes his jump, then the lead could be very paramount. And Prodigy does make the leap, so he's able to make up that past mistake and is able to keep his lead in check.
Right now, it's gonna be Boo Beam that's gonna be able to signify something good, and Casual Tom already making the setup for that item too. Just enough, he makes it, so it ain't metal. No. Oh, this is gonna be a problem.
No, it ain't. We found one of our god weaknesses in Leaf Shield, so thanks to that, no walls are necessary to be destroyed, and all you gotta do is just pop the Leaf Shield to each single turret and not have to worry about destroying any single crash wall. This is definitely what we like to have as a god weakness. It was out of that, Metal Blaze, or in this case, since air was good enough, air was definitely on the table, which Prodigy so rightfully tested.
And right now, though, Prodigy, Casual Tom is right there. So, alright. So this again, Robot Masters aside, this is gonna be definitely a thing. And right now, Prodigy took a little too long going to that first Robot Master. So he's gonna be up at least one Robot Master when Tom walks in the door.
And we do have additions of weapon energy for these refights now. They do constantly spawn every time you come back out, so you can save and lose time by making sure to get those weapon ammo capsules.
Ooh, Tom finds some very important information on that on Crashman. Crashman's weak to the Leaf Shield. So right now, I believe it's 4-2 right now in favor of Prodigy. That's heat.
Prodigy opted not to take the health. Yep, gonna use the E-Tank instead. Very wise decision. You don't want to necessarily take any of the capsules if you need to. If you got enough E-Tanks, you can use them then and not have to worry about the time drain from getting the actual capsules. Casual Tom almost getting himself killed by air. Luckily, to get that kill right before the iframes wore out.
6-4 in favor of Prodigy, but Prodigy's taking a much slower fight here. This is definitely not what he wants to do. Here we go. Casual Tom's having a much better metal fight, and oh no! Prodigy's putting it too close. He's leaving it the chance. No.
No, Prodigy is fun. He still has the distance in order to make up for doing the Buster fight with Crash. Not only that, he does have a E-Tank to use at disposal, but he cannot take a machine hit. He probably could take a projectile hit, but nothing more than that. But he takes
taking no chances.
And it was quick boomerang for both phases, so it was a pretty easy fight for Prodigy. As right now, the race is almost all but his. It's just gonna depend on the alien fight.
Uh-oh. Bad shots here. Oh, this could be a problem.
Casual Tom was over searching for weaknesses here. Taking Going ahead.
His quick boomerang bounced off of the body instead of hitting Wily, so
must have had bad timing on the projectile shot.
And this all but assures Prodigy a trip to Grand Finals this year.
Yep, it's definitely 100% official. That is Prodigy winning our winners finals, ensuring him a spot in Grand Finals with a 2-0 victory over Casual Tom. GG's for both our runners.
Indeed. But Tom gets a bit of a reprieve. He gets a little bit of time to breathe because his next match is not until after yours and Charlie Boy's is done. And that's Sleep Shield. We got official times. 30:07 for Prodigy. Casual Tom, 30:49. So yeah. And looks like both of them are coming up for the ride. Hello to both of you guys. Congratulations for your race, Prodigy and Casual Tom. Great fighting out there. How you holding?
Hello.
Yes, those are pretty good times, especially that last one. So yeah, GG Prodigy.
GG's, man.
Must have been close.
Yeah, I think so. Both races were, well, I don't know how to summarize them both. Just fat fiends everywhere. What? Why is it all the high octane races have to have fat fiends all over the place, and sometimes immune even?
Yeah, fan fiends definitely littered a whole lot of the stages in both these seeds. But I gotta tell you, as you both pretty much assumed, the races were very, very close. Both of y'all pretty much were neck and neck throughout a vast majority of the both races. It was just the fact that your runs, Prodigy, was just a little bit more cleaner than Casual Tom's, and were able to narrowly take the victory on both races.
Dude, I have to stop dying in Wily 4. Remind me of that on the final. It's like two races, 2 deaths in Wily 4. That's so costly. That hurts, really hurts.
Right,
Yeah, I think in that second seed, I didn't really find any boss weaknesses at all. I wasn't really messing around with weapons enough, probably. So, but I felt pretty good about the second one. Just nothing too exciting, no great finds, but no real huge mistakes either. First one was more like big mistakes, I felt.
The first one was no.
It was
I
warm-ups.
all over the place. Yeah, it was definitely a warm-up race.
Yeah, it was execution was the big thing, was the story here. Prodigy just had a little bit better execution than you, Casual Tom. But a single mistake from Prodigy, and that could have went a whole different way.
Yeah, probably.
Well, I'm pretty sure Tom will try his best to come again. He's gonna join somebody in the bracket. I think Charlie and Creed are there. Fun. Yeah, the Discord says so. It must be true. So
down to us three.
Yeah, and Casual Tom, you got 2 demons waiting for you right there. The winner of that next race will be meeting up with you, and they both of them have your number. So it's going to be really interesting to see what's going to happen in the losers finals this year.
Anything can happen. I mean, between any of us three. I mean, I feel like we're all closely matched enough that you who knows? You can't really predict it. I don't think.
No. I honestly thought I would lose today, because I'm.
Hey, so did I.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, I'm gonna take it. No worries.
No, about myself.
Take it today. But yeah, it was fun. Randomizer is always fun.
Yeah, I had a good time.
Sorry, Creed. What were you saying?
Nah, this is y'all's spiel, but regardless of the matter, I was just gonna put in Casual Tom, since you're gonna be waiting between Charlie Boy and I, I'm gonna put you on the spot. Who would you rather want to face in the lower bracket finals between me and Charlie Boy? Gonna put you on the spot. Go ahead. I'm right here. I'm all ears.
I'll just remind everyone that Charlie beat me and I beat Creed, and Creed beat Charlie. So it's a three-sided coin. I don't know. You can't predict it based on history. But yeah, I mean, it's anything can go either way. I could get knocked out, but it'll be exciting. I'm sure it'll be close. Whatever ends up happening. Gave a total non-answer to that direct question.
Nah, you answered it definitely the best that you could. I wouldn't blame you for thinking that way. Like I said, we play pretty good against each other, so it's gonna be really interesting. You took me 2-0. You took me out 2-0 early in the earlier first round in the winners bracket. That could very well happen again, but Randomizer is such a fickle mistress. That 0-2 can just switch back and I could probably win, or it could be we could reach the distance, go to 3, and then it literally anyone's game. It's just such a wild time, and we embrace it, we enjoy it. This is basically what we live for. Well, for some of our lives at least.
You can't predict it. It all depends on the seed and the rolls. Like that's all it is.
It's like the only fair thing to do is a 3-way race. But yeah, just make it a 3-way race, and all of you just race. Three
now,
of
hold
you
on.
at the same time.
I got nothing to gain from a 3-way, not yet.
Nothing to gain. Yeah, but you have a lot to win. One rock, two stones. Stuff like that. One rock, two stones. No, one rock, two birds. I'm sleeping now. Literally sleeping.
I'm jealous.
It's 6 a.m. It's 6 a.m. anyway. I'm gonna make coffee. So it was very, very fun, man.
Yeah, thanks so much, Prodigy, for agreeing to schedule the race with me at this very specific time that I offered.
No, I'm thankful because I've been absent for a long time and I cannot schedule anything. And I was like, hey Tom, whatever is good, I'll play on your time. It's just the day is what it is. And yeah, because today and tomorrow is gonna be free, I'm gonna watch Creed's race, Creed's and Charlie's race. So yeah. Thumbs up for that.
Yeah, but for those that are tuning in to the Mega Man 2 Randomizer, that is going to be actually tomorrow. Just a little bit early. It's going to be at 9 o'clock Eastern Daylight. So, of course, adjust your times accordingly to wherever you are in this world of ours. And we will have our loser semi for the right to face Casual Tom for the losers finals, who, once that happens, get to face Prodigy in the grand finals.
Indeed, this is going to be a very interesting next couple races because Prodigy is... everybody here has made it into finals or have won a final. So this is going to be interesting to see whether or not the title will change hands, or will Charlie Boy be a multi-champion, a two-time champion, or Creed might be able to claim yet another victory, or Casual Tom will get his first trophy of the randomizer. Hey, who knows? Everything is on the line on these next 3 races. So, any last words from our runners?
Thanks so much to you guys for commentary. Thanks everyone for watching. And it's warm-ups. I've been out of it for a while, just but now that tournament's picking up speed, let's try and keep the momentum going, and let's try and schedule them and race them soon.
I don't know about speed, man, but I want that coffee. So I'm gonna leave you guys and thank you all for, making us feel good and preparing everything. And to SpeedGaming for hosting us and everybody watching. So thanks everybody. Just repeating what Tom said, it was a pleasure, and I still don't know what I'm doing on the final. But we'll see. We'll see on the final. Probably it's such a mess this time for me, guys. Like, yeah. It's good, and I hope all of you are having fun.
Indeed. So, on behalf of Speed Gaming and all of its family of networks, I am Sinister Sama.
And this is your boy LV Cree. Once again, keep your eyes glued to said Speed Gaming family of channels for the next race that coming up tomorrow. And of course, before we head out, want to thank Charlie Boy for not only being the tracker, he's also our organizer for this tournament. So props to him. Of course, all the developers with the Mega Man 2 randomizer, past and present. And of course, one final thing, since we need to mention this, we do have a prize pool. I linked all the information in chat. We have a prize pool on Maturino. If you feel free to want to chip into the Maturino for a prize pool, feel free to do that. And we also are doing a minor charity for Save the Children via Tiltify. If you feel free to chip in for that charity as well, feel free to do that. Of course, none of it's required, but if you have the free funds and the will to give, always feel free to do so. It's not necessary, but your patronage will be much appreciated. But yeah, once again, for Sinister Sama, this is LV Cree telling everyone a good day, good night, whichever, whatever. Just take care.
Bye bye.
See you in the next one.
All right, thanks.